I'm Jerry Lay from Madisonville, Tennessee. Madisonville is about 40 miles south of Knoxville. We do backgrounding and also got some mama cows. We've been in the backgrounding business for 40 years, I guess. And we buy 500-pound calves and keep them till they get about 800 pounds. Do a lot of it on pasture, rotational grazing as much as we can, and feed a little grain every day with the pasture. We got a lot of fescue pasture in the summertime, and mostly wheat and ryegrass in the wintertime. We use it. Of course, this time of year the wheat and ryegrass is gone, so we basically do the fescue. It's mostly fescue, and we feed. Well, I'm feeding a 14% feed to these calves here. I've had these calves since about the middle of April to the 1st of May. We put them in. There's 67 head in here, and we're feeding about 6 to 8 pounds of grain a day. Our mineral program, we feed a co-op all-purpose mineral, and for our flies, we've been spraying those. With face flies have been our problem this summer mostly, so up till now. And we sprayed a couple of times and do some fly dust. And then we also, on our minerals, we feed self-feed the mineral, and we keep it out in front of them all the time, even with the feed. So they eat some of it, not a lot, but they eat some. We shoot for 2 pounds a day. Sometimes we get that most of the time, and sometimes we'll get a little more. Especially on wheat and ryegrass, if we do that, we can bump that up to 2.5, 2 3/4 pounds sometimes. But basically, we shoot for 2 pounds. What we're looking at now, we're looking at some heifers that is off of our cows, and this is my wife Carolyn, and she does the cow project. And but these are some heifers, and she had some heifers, and I'm buying some heifers to put with them. I'm going to make a load of heifers to sell. These heifers are getting grass and about 5 pounds of grain a day. Shade, artificial shade, I guess you'd call it. It's poles and a shade cloth for a roof. And it works real good. It's getting a little ragged now, but it works good. And we have Richie Waters. They're drinking out of Richie Waters. So, and they're on a mineral program too, just like the steers are. And they're eating the same feed. So, the cattle, when we buy them, I buy most of my cattle at Sweetwater, some out of graded sales, some out of weekly sales, and some from Greenville, Tennessee, and go to Pikeville some. And that's basically where my cattle comes from. I do most of the buying myself, try to buy number ones. I wouldn't say I do that all the time, but I try. And this is where we bring them in. We bring them in and let them stand until the next morning, and then we work them. We run them through this chute, which is nothing fancy. We just got a little alley up here, and nothing fancy about it, but it works. We run them through here. We give them IBR shots, blackleg, worm them, and some antibiotics if we feel like they need it, and turn them loose. In about 10 days to 14 days, we get them back up and give them a second round of IBR, and then turn them out in a small lot first so we can get them back up if one gets sick. And basically that's our health program. If one gets sick, well, we get him back up and give him some antibiotics. But other than that, right now our biggest problem is pink eye. And we've vaccinated. Seemed like it helped one time, the next time it don't do no good. So I don't know what you do for pink eye. But anyway, that's our health program. Like I say, I buy them all myself, and then when we go to sell them, we'll video them, usually at Sweetwater, at East Tennessee Livestock, and we'll bring them in here and sort them and weigh them. I've got scales up here. We weigh them and give a 2% shrink, pencil shrink. And